Okay, so on this section, we are going to solve for a specified variable. So we might have a formula and we're going to solve for a specific letter. So basically we're working with our order of operations and with the steps we need to take in order to solve something. So this is 2.3 if you're in my class. So we're looking at example 1 and we're going to solve V equals LWH for H. And in this case, we don't really care what this is. This is the formula for volume, length times width times height. But we're just using the letters to do some solving. So I'm going to rewrite the formula. And if I want to solve for H, I have to do the opposite of what's happening there. So right now, L, W, and H are being multiplied. So the opposite operation in math would be division. So I'm going to divide both sides by the L and the W to get the H by itself. So I get V divided by LW is equal to H. And that's what we're looking for. All right, let's do another one. So this will be example 2. We are going to solve I equals P RT for T. So if I want to get T by itself, I'm going to divide, again, doing the same thing we just did, we're going to divide P R on both sides. So I end up with I is divided by PR is equal to my T. So it's very similar to the one we just did, but you're just solving for a specific variable. All right, let's go look at example 3. We're going to solve A equals 1/2 times big B plus little b times H. And we're solving for little b. So let me rewrite that. All right, so let's get rid of the 1/2 because that's a fraction. So to clear that, we can multiply by 2. So if I multiply both sides by 2, I can end up with 2a. Here, this 2 will cancel out the 1/2, and we end up with b plus little b times h. Now, I'm trying to get that little b by itself. I don't want to divide by h because I still have to move that big B over. So then I'd have a minus something. It would look more awkward. So what I'm going to do is distribute. So 2a is equal to big BH plus little bh. Then I can subtract, doing the opposite of addition, from both sides and get 2a minus big B little h is equal to little b h. And then to get b by itself, I'll divide both sides by h. So 2a minus bh all over h will be equal to little b. Now with this, you cannot reduce the h's because it's stuck together by the minus sign, and only this term has an h in it, and so it was not in both. So this would be your final answer. You cannot reduce the h's. That would not be a proper procedure in math. All right, let's go do example 4. So we are going to solve A equals P plus PRT, and we're going to solve it for R. So we have A is equal to P plus PRT. We want to get the R by itself, so the first thing we want to do is move this letter. So I'm going to subtract P from both sides and get A minus P is equal to PRT. And then doing what we've done similarly in the previous problems, we'll divide both sides by the p and the t so that we get the r by itself. So a minus p divided by pt is equal to r. And that would be your final answer. So just figure out what letter you're trying to solve for, and then do the opposite operation to move the other letters away from it.